On this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to use your LED screen as a stopwatch, timer, or a counter. Ideal for your sports event, club event, school athletics day, anywhere where you need to time athletics and competitors around the track, and we'll show you how you can automatically enter the data time automatically into Excel without having to type anything, and we will give you some demonstrations of the hardware, the software, the desktop, and basically give you an overview of what you need to know of how you can use an ICE LED screen as a timer, stopwatch, clock, or in fact the same hardware to be used as a digital sign displaying adverts, sponsors information, whatever it is you would like to show. So first up, let's talk about the hardware. So here we have a LCD screen monitor connected to this computer. So you can see, starting from my left, we've got the blue VGA connector that's connecting straight into this monitor. We've now got a DVI cable next to it, so just note that we're using a dual graphics card on this computer, which is required for the LED screen. We then have a USB to RS232 adapter, and then we have another USB that's connecting to the LED screen sending box. So let's have a look at the sending box. So here we have it here, and so you saw the other end of the DVI cable, and that's now plugged straight into this point here. Power on this one here, USB connector here, which is supplying data and power to the sending box, and this now is connected to the LED screen via this Cat5 on output 1 of the sending box. So that's that. The other part that we do have is what I'm going to also show you. We've got a switch here, and we've got a IR sensor here powered on a 12 volt battery, and just very roughly just wired up to show you how that can influence what you will see on the screen in terms of the clock. Now, for our units that we ship, they come with a proper stake mounted beam that you plant or place onto the sports field at their right place and align them up. So because a lot of computers these days are not shipping with RS232, and in this particular case we're using an adapter that takes USB to RS232 using a gender bender, and then the cable straight into the switch and the sensor. So then we have a ICE Plas480 2x2 setup here, and that's consisting of 4 panels in a mobile stand. It's just one of the many configurations, and to give you an idea around the back, you can see here, so you can see this is the cable that we were just talking about before, and it's in its waterproof enclosure, and this is the rear of the panels, 4 of them mounted here. Now the number of panels that we could use are actually unlimited, really just depending on what your situation is, and so this is just on 960 by 960 as a screen. 10mm pitch is this particular one, and we're using this for our demonstration. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how you can automatically enter the time into Excel, and we've just made a couple of menu selections on the software, and so now let's do that. And so watch on the right hand side, the first column of the Excel spreadsheet, and you'll see the time will drop into it automatically. So every time I'm pressing the switch, which could be an athlete crossing the line, it's entering the data. Now the ability to do this is actually enhanced by the fact of being able to actually wire up 2 inputs. So depending on how you want to use them, and then you have the on, off, on arrangements. You have 2 ways of doing the time and the snap, and that's all available within the software that you're going to be using. Now what I want to show you is, now that you've finished the races, and the next race will not be for, let's say, half an hour, How can you maximize the screen? And that's what I want to show you next.